ओमज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरे प्रिये। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णा प्रेम प्रदायिने कृष्णाय कृष्णा चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकम्। श्री कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्चार्थसुभिज्ञस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदायादिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः। तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। स्वस्ति अस्तु विश्वस्य खलः प्रसीदतां ध्यायन्तु भूतानि शिवं मिथो धिया। मनश्च भद्रं भजतादधोक्षजे आवेश्यतां नो मतिरप्यहेतुकी। Reading from Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 77, verse number 31. In the previous class we studied that Krishna, he came back from Dwarka because he felt that some problem in Dwarka. He came back from Indraprastha to Dwarka, and in the way he was seeing some bad omens, and he was guessing that maybe Dwarka is attacked by the followers of Shishupal. So when he came, he realized, he saw that how Śālva was there, and he went to fight. And Sāubha created some magic and brought Vasudeva and chopped off his head in front of them. So he felt a little stunned for some time. Then he realized that this is Śālva's magic, and then he began to fight again. So it is here where Sukadeva Goswami says that some people speak like this, but it is not proper. So that's what we are reading now. Purushottam Prabhu.
I have a question regarding the same thing. Now, in Damodar Leela, Krishna is here in the Nar Leela. So in Damodar Leela also, though fear is afraid of him, he shows his fear towards the mother when she brings the stick. So why could not this be taken also here in Nar Leela, that he likes his parents, and when he sees his father in this situation, naturally he will become emotionally involved in that. So why would that explanation is not considered here rather than this is a, it's not even called a prakshipta. This is the interesting thing. So
the thing is that different people can have different understanding. There is no fixed understanding, but Sukadeva does not agree, so he is giving his opinion and is saying that this is some other people's opinion. So it can be seen like that.
So when Sukadeva says evam vadanti, that is a proof that he doesn't agree with this. That's the main. Okay.
Otherwise, why would he say it when he himself is saying it? And so that this is how I understand, or this is, there was no need to say anything. He would have just said it and that's all. But when he says evam vadanti rajarse rishya, that some rishis speak like this, so that shows that that is not his opinion. So verse 31, Kvashoka moho sneho va bhayam va yagya sambhavaha kvacha khandita vijnana jnana aishwaryasto khanditaha. So now he is continuing to give his opinion. So he says, Kwa shoka moho sneho va bhayam va. He says, where is the possibility of grief, delusion, affection, means this kind of affection, and fear, which are product of ignorance, means material delusion, material affection, material fear. Krishna also has fear. He was also fearing Yashoda, as he just mentioned. But that is not because of ignorance. So the idea is that his fear, his affection is not born of ignorance. He also has in his Narlila all these things. We have also studied them as Sanchari Bhavas. So he and his great devotees, they all have this kind of emotions. But these emotions are transcendental, they are spiritual. They are manifestation of the Antaranga Shakti, internal potency, and not of avidya. They are not avidya, asmita, raga and dvesha. So that's what he is basically making a distinction. Therefore he says, Kwa shoka moho sneho va bhayam va ye agnya sambhava kvacha khandita vijnana jnana aishwaryastu khandita. And where is the situation of Krishna is when these two kwas are used, that is to show the distinction, great distinction, that on one side is emotions coming out from avidya, and he is situated akhandit vijnana, jnana aishwarya. So he has knowledge which is unbroken. He has aishwarya, and this is akhandita, non-stop or not influenced by anything. So Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti says, Kincha Śālva maya moha eva tavat Krishnasya na sambhavet. So the whole difference here is that although he is doing Narlila, but Narlila does not mean that he becomes influenced by avidya. He may have emotions of fear, affection, delusion, but they are not product of avidya. That is the distinction being made. Which means that other people who are saying that he fell into illusion, they think that he did get influenced by the maya of Śālva. So that is the contention, that he did not get influenced by Śālva's maya. That's not possible. Kutastad hetuko vasudev sneho shokau sambhavet. And then if there is no question of his getting bewildered by the maya of Śālva, then where is the question that because of that he will have affection, grief, etc. in relationship with Vasudeva, his father. He can have affection, grief, which will come from his devotion, from prema, but not because of Śālva's maya. Tatha Śālvad bhayam eva tasya na sambhavet. Moreover, there is no chance that he is going to have fear from Śālva. Kutastad hetuka shāng patana. So then where is the question that his bow fell down from his hand? Because earlier it was said that he hit an arrow and then the bow fell off. Sacha iti ahaka. So to say this, Sukadeva Goswami speaks the present verse. Kvashokete. Shokadayo dvividha. So now he explains that these emotions of shoka, moha, bhaya, sneha, these are of two types. Means grief, fear, affection, illusion, they are of two types. Agnya sambhava, vignya sambhavascha. So those which are coming from ignorance and those which are coming from knowledge. Tatra agye asarvagnya jane sambhavanti yete vakva. Or rather agnya sambhava means those which manifest in ignorant people and those which manifest in realized people. So therefore they are two different things and they should not be taken as same. Although they appear similar, but they are not same. They are completely different. So that's the distinction he wants to make here. So tatra agye sarvagya jane sambhavanti ye te vakva akhanditani vijnanadini yasya sa Parameshvara Krishna kvaiti. So Krishna has akhandita vijnan, means his awareness, his consciousness, his knowledge is not covered by anything, it is unbroken. Unbroken means that nothing can influence it. You cannot fall into forgetfulness. Because that is also avidya. Only when we get into tamas, then we forget. So that is not possible for him, that he can fall into this kind of avidya or ignorance. Tasmad vigye mayatita loke sambhavanti ye te chinmaya shokadaya. So therefore the grief etc. which manifest in people who are transcendental, who have transcended the avidya, ignorance, maya of this material world. So their emotions are also chinmaya. They are also transcendental. Bhagavad Bhakte Bhakti cha Nikhil Rasamrit Maya Swarupe Rasang Bhuta Sanchari namana vasanti eva. So both in Bhagavan's devotee and Bhagavan himself, whose bodies are rasmaya, rasamritmaya. So these types of emotions manifest as sanchari bhavas as part of the rasa when they experience the devotion, love in their excited state. Then these kind of emotions manifest, but they are not coming from ignorance like the materialistic people experience. Techa Damodar Lila Gopi Purvarag Rasadi Lila Su Vyakta Eva Drashtavya. So these types of emotions, they become manifest in Krishna or his devotees, such as Krishna was having fear in Dam Bandhan Lila when Yashoda ran behind him with a stick. So he was actually fearful. But that fear is also coming out of love, not that he is out of ignorance and then he is having fear. Or the gopis, they had their moha or their shoka when Krishna left in Ras Lila or Purvaraga. So that we have seen that. So atra bhayam vaiti bhayam palayan hetu bhut bhaya bhinnam geyam. And the fear when Krishna has with his devotees, so that fear is not something that he wants to run away from the battlefield or anything like that. Ari bhayat palayanam iti uddhavokte tattu na vastava chet syat tadvidam buddhi brahmas tada na syat. So even when Krishna is running away from Jarasandha's fear, or he was hiding when he was born, he told his father that take me away from this prison, bring me to Gokul, otherwise Kamsa is going to trouble. So when he did like that, when he ran away in that sense, that was not fear like people fear that they can be killed or anything. That is also part of his lila, and that is because of his love for his devotees. Tattu na vastava, that is not real fear. Chet syat tad vidam buddhi brahmas tada na syat. Because if it was real fear, then it will not confuse people like Uddhava or Kunti Devi. Because Kunti also saw this Krishna being fearful of Mother Yasoda, because she spoke this in her prayers. Gopyadade tvai kritagasi damatavat yete dasasru kulilala anjana sambhramashrayam vaktram niniya bhavanaya stitasya samam vimohyati bhirapi yad vibheti. So she says that I am bewildered when I think of you, that you are crying out of fear of Yashoda and your mascara was coming down with tears. And why it bewilders me? Because the fear personified fears you, and you are fearing Yashoda. So I am confused about this. So then obviously when she is saying Bhirapi Yad Bibheti, that even fear fears you and you are fearing Yashoda, so she knows that Krishna is not having that kind of fear like which people have here in the material world. Because it says that you cannot have that fear, and yet you are having fear. I cannot understand this. That's why it says Vimoheti, Samam Vimoheti Bhirapi Yad Vibheti. So therefore he says that his fear is not the real fear like what we have experience of. Because if it was like that, then these people will not say that we are bewildered, but why you are fearing. So Bhagavata mritoktescha imam gibnan rasnamritasyeti samanya svabhidhanim adatte itivat. So now he is citing from Bhagavatamrita, which probably is Brihad Bhagavatamrita of Sanatana Goswami. This is a Purvamimamsa statement. There is yajna performed, and for that the Ritvik has to bring some clay. But the clay has to be brought with a donkey and a horse. So he takes the donkey and he takes the horse, and then he puts the clay and then he brings it. And then he has to chant this mantra, Imam Grimbhanam Rasnamritasya iti. And then there is a whole analysis that when he chants this mantra, then does he hold the rope of the donkey or of the horse? So Asvavidhanim adatte. So he holds the rope of the horse. So why he is citing it, he doesn't write, he just writes a statement like that. But the point to be seen here is that the rope is there in the neck of both the horse as well as the donkey. And this mantra is chanted to hold the rope of the horse and not of the donkey. So all the both are rasna, both are ropes. So similarly both are fear, one is the donkey fear, other is the horse fear. Means there are two different types. And just as there, it is, the mantra is common. Imam Grimnam Asnam Ritasya. So Imam Grimnam Rasnam Ritasya. So this Rashna is the rope which is to be held, Grimnan. But which one? So that is the difference. So fear is there, but which fear he has? So I think that is the sense what he is trying to say here. Yatpad sevorjita jayatma vidyaya hinvanti anadhyatma viparyayagraham labhante atmiya manamanantameshwaram kuto numoha parmasya sadgate. So he says, how can the Supreme Person, who is the destination or the object of love of the devotees, can have bewilderment, because even those people who do service to his feet and attain self-realization, they dispel this anadi atmaparya, this beginningless ignorance. Hinvanti anadi atmaparya graham. So atmaparya means which conditions you to the body, thinking this body is myself. This kind of avidya is dispelled by doing service to Krishna. And labhante atmiyam anantam ashwaram. And they attain the knowledge about the self and unlimited opulence. So if that happens just by serving him, then how is it possible that he himself can fall into avidya? That's not possible. So Śālva maya moho asambhave kaimutya maha. So he is giving kaimutya nyaya, a fortiori principle, to show that it is not possible for Krishna to come under the sway of Śālva's maya. Yat pad sevaya urjita pushta ya atma vidya taya anadischa asau atma pariyas grahascha aham krishna sukhi dukhi ityadi lakshma tam hinvanti duri karvanti. So he said, just by doing service to his feet and urjaya sevaya means pure devotion, and they attain Atma Vidya. Then they dispel this ignorance, which is anadi. So this is important word because some people think that he became conditioned at some point in time. But here in Bhagavatam the word anadi has been used. So the bondage has no beginning. Conditioning is without any beginning. And what is the conditioning? Atma Viparyaya. So it's a confusion about our own identity. So we are somehow having this great illusion about our identity, that we are not the physical body. We are eternal, body is temporary. We are without any transformation or change, and bodies are always under transformation. But we identify with the body and think this is me. And this will say that I am thin, I am obese, I am small, I am tall, I am happy, I am distressful. So these are not the characteristics of the Atma at all. We are beyond that. But because of avidya, jnanena avritam jnanam teno hiyante jantava. So because of avidya there is this moha, and this can be dispelled only by doing service to Krishna. Mameviye prapadyante mayametam tarantite. So tam hinvanti duri kurvanti. So they he dhatu gati arthak, they dispel this maya. Santaha ashwaram padam chalabhante, and they attain supreme opulent position. Tasya sataham gate parmeshwarasya salvasya narasya maya kuto moho ajnana. So then how is it possible that Parmeshwara, who is the supreme ruler, controller of all living beings, can fall under the influence of a jiva's maya? So just like that a ray of sunlight can overpower the sun. So that's not possible. Tasmanne tad vakyam satyam ityartha. So therefore the meaning is that this statement is not right, that Krishna fell into this kind of illusion. So now after this, come back to the battlefield and let's get rid of Śālva. Krishna will make Śālva halwa. Tam shastra pugai prahanta mojasa Śālvam sarai sarira mogha vikramaha vidha chinad charma dhanu shiromanim Saubham cha shatro gadayar rojaha. So now Krishna tam shastra pugai praharantam ojasa Śālvam. So Śālva was releasing a lot of arrows with great enthusiasm and thought he is going to do something. So he was showering a lot of weapons on Krishna. Shastra Pugai. Puga means horde of lot of weapons, one after another. So now Śrī Kṛṣṇa, Shauri, who is Vikrama, who is chivalry is unfailing, so he started shooting back at him. So Vidva Chinad Varma Dhanu Shiromanim Saubham cha Shatra Gadiyar Roja. So he cut off his armor, his bow, and the helmet he had on his head, and then he threw his gada, Kaumudiki, on the airship, which was made of iron and it was flying here and there big. So Krishna threw his club and smashed it into pieces. Finished. Completely dismantled. No more fighting. So tadevam parmatam dushitva prakritam anusarti tamiti. So in this way, after refuting the others' opinion that Krishna fell under the maya of Śālva, Sri Sukadeva Goswami continues the original topic of battle. Ruroja Bhavanja. Ruroja means that he dismantled this whole, so everything fell apart. Tataha Krishna haste ritaya vichurnitam papat toye gadaya sahasradha vishrajya tad bhutalamastito gadam udyamya salvocchitam abhyagadrutam. So, because of Krishna's club which he threw at this airship, the airship broke into pieces, thousands and thousands of pieces, completely. So now he has nothing to fly. His plane is gone. Generally when there is a plane crash, everybody gets burnt, but there was no fire. It was just smashing. So then he jumped onto the ground with a club in his hand. So Vishrujya tad bhutalam astito gadam udyamya salvo. And with his club he ran towards Krishna to attack him. So now it's like the firefly running to the fire, going to get burnt. Adhavatah sagadam tasya bahum bhallena chitva taratangam adbhutam vadhaya Śālvasya layarka sannibham bibhrad babhav sarkamivodayachala. So when Sāubha was running like this towards Krishna, so he threw one bhalla, what do you call, spear, and cut off his hand. With his, he was holding the club. So the club and the hand both fell down on the ground. And then to kill him, Krishna took away his Sudarshan Chakra. Finally. So Vadhaya Śālvasya layark sannibham. And the Sudarshan Chakra was so brilliant, like the sun at the time of dissolution. So it is said that when it will be time for dissolution, the sun will become thousands and thousands of times more brilliant. All the scientists are saying that it will become extinguished, but according to the scriptures, it is going to become very bright and everything will be burnt. And then the rains will come for a long time. Everybody will be dead in that fire. So then Krishna appeared like a sun on top of the Udayachal, the eastern mountain, like the sun is rising, coming up. Jaharate naiva shiraha sakundalam kirita yuktam purumayuno harihi vajrena vritrasya yatha purandaro babhuva hahayati vachastadandranam. So with that Sudarshan Chakra, Krishna cut off his head along with his earrings and the helmet, all intact. So one shot. So Purumayana, this Śālva, who was manifesting a lot of Maya, illusion, is finished. It was just like when Indra killed Vritrasura with his thunderbolt. And when this happened, there was a big hue and cry in the army of Śālva. So Haheti Vachastadandranam, big ha-ha happened there, Hahakar. Alas, alas, Śālva is gone. So tasmin nipatite pape Saubhe cha gadya hate nedurdundhavayo rajan divi dev ganerita sakhinam apchitim kurvan dantavaktrorusabhyagat. So when Śālva fell on the ground, the sinful Śālva, and his plane fell into the ocean, being hit by the club, then there was playing of the music band in the sky. The devatas are always waiting with their music pipe. So they immediately started playing. So Deva Ganerita. And just then came Dantavaktra. So Dantavaktra is also related to Śālva. They're all cousins of Krishna, they are Shrutsarva, Vasudeva's sister. Vasudeva had Pritha was one sister. Shishupal's mother was another sister. Dantavakra another one. So now he came to take revenge. So this, that taking revenge is a very great human trait. It runs into families, into the nations, among the tribes in the olden times. So they take revenge. So now he comes on the scene. So Krishna does not have to go anywhere, everybody comes to him. So he can fix them. So Sakhinam Shishupaladinam Apchitim Very Niryasanena Antyashtim Kurvan Kartum. So Sakhinam, friends, here means Shishupal in the Śālva now. So very Niryasena, so means as if he has come to take revenge, and he is then going to do the final cremation ceremony for them, not knowing that he is going to go where they went. So iti sarartha darshinyam harshinyam bhaktachetsaam sapta saptatamit saptati tamodhyaya sangata sangata satam. So this is the end of Sarartha Darshini commentary on 77th chapter, written in the Association of Devotees. So this is Śālva's killing. Then comes Dantavaktra and Viduratha. These two, I think, are the last one remaining. After that, Krishna will live peacefully. He did a lot of cleaning up. Started on his 6th day with Putana. And now the cleaning is still going on. Maha cleaning. So it will end now. It's a lot of work.